They called it their reset weekend, just the two of them. No phones, no traffic, no noise. Ben and Lila had been together for 3 years, and this was their first real camping trip together. Tucked away in the Oregon wilderness, they found a quiet stretch of forest where the trees stood so still it felt like time had frozen. The air smelled of pine and damp earth. The only sound was the crackle of the fire and the soft rustle of the wind weaving through the trees. Lila laughed, her cheeks glowing from the firelight. "Let's make a pact," she said. "No looking at clocks, no schedules, just us." Ben agreed. They cooked marshmallows, shared stories, and let the fire burn down to embers. When it got late, they curled up in the tent. Warmth, love, peace. Then came the sound. It wasn't loud, just deliberate, like boots pressing softly into dry leaves. Ben sat up, his hand instinctively reaching for the camping axe. He peeked out the tent flap. Nothing but shadows and trees. Still, the feeling that someone or something was watching refused to leave him. At sunrise, he found footprints around their tent. They weren't his, and they weren't Lila's. They were barefoot. The couple decided to leave, but no matter how long they walked, their GPS wouldn't load. The forest had shifted, trails they had passed yesterday were gone, and the sun seemed stuck, never getting higher, never setting. They passed the same moss-covered boulder again and again. "We've walked in a full circle," Lila whispered, her voice cracking. "How?" They camped again that night. No fire. Ben barely slept. Lila cried in silence. At dawn, they heard it, a distant voice softly calling Ben's name. "Ben! Ben!" Lila froze. "Did you hear that?" Ben looked at her. "That wasn't your voice?" "No." They packed quickly and followed a faint clearing. That's when Ben saw it, a small cabin that hadn't been there before. Its windows were black, the wood rotted, the door slightly open. Lila said, "Don't go in." But something pulled at Ben, a feeling like déjà vu mixed with dread. Inside, the walls were covered with Polaroids. Every picture was of couples, dozens of them, intense, by fires, smiling, until the final photo in each row, the couple missing, the tent torn open, blood on the forest floor. Then Ben saw their photo, him and Lila, taken last night. They ran, no plan, just panic. As they tore through the forest, the trees started to look the same again, but this time there was no wind, no birds, no sound at all, just the distant crackle of a fire and a second pair of footsteps behind them. They told Owen not to camp at the old Whitaker trailhead, not because of ghosts, but because people disappeared there. Forests cursed, they said, not haunted, hungry. But Owen loved solitude, and the trail promised untouched land and silence. Day one was uneventful. Trees stretched forever in all directions. No service, no signs of life. Perfect. On day two, he found an old trail marker, one not on any map. It pointed to a faint footpath winding deep into a darker part of the forest. Curiosity got the best of him. The deeper he went, the quieter everything got. The forest floor turned from dirt to a sponge-like moss. Even his footsteps were muted. Then he found it, a campground, abandoned, but preserved. Tents still standing, coolers unopened, a journal next to the fire pit. The last entry read, "Day 4, we heard something under the ground. It sounds like it's breathing." He left, fast. That night, back at his own site, Owen woke up to a faint thumping sound, like something hitting the ground. From below, he crouched to listen. Thump, thump, thump. The dirt beneath him swelled, like a lung inhaling. He ran, didn't even grab his bag, just sprinted back toward the main trail. Only when he reached the road did he breathe again. 2 weeks later, at a gas station, Owen overheard two hikers talking. They'd just gotten back from the Whitaker trailhead. He turned around and asked if they saw anything weird. One of them nodded. Weirdest part was the sign. It had all these names scratched into the wood, like a registry. First names only. Creepy, right? Owen's blood ran cold. What kind of names? The hiker shrugged. I remember one because it was fresh, carved in deeper than the rest. Said Owen. I didn't sign anything, Owen whispered. The hiker gave him a confused look. No, he said slowly. I think it meant someone was just added.